Hello everyone. In this video, I want to talk about inheritance. Inheritance is a very important concept in object-oriented programming. Basically, inheritance allows you to create child classes to inherit all the members of a parent class. In Java, the child class is called subclass, and the parent class is called the superclass. The members that can be inherited by the subclass include all of the instance variables and methods from its superclass. Now, I will demonstrate how to implement inheritance in our program. So, in the past, we have created person class and employee class. We can actually use inheritance on these two classes to reduce some of the duplications of our code. So let's first create the person class. So inside of the com.company package, let's choose Java class and say person and OK. Now this time, instead of giving it too many properties, I'm just gonna give it a first name and a last name. So I'll say private string first name, and then another private string, and then last name. Now let's generate the constructor for our person class first. Let's choose code and then generate constructor. Select both first name and last name, click OK, and this is our constructor. Next, we need to generate getters and setters for first name and last name. So let's generate first name and last name and hit OK. So that's our person class finished. Now let's create our employee class. So we go com.company and Java class and say employee and hit OK. Now we want to give first name and last name property to our employee as well. But we have already defined those properties inside of the person class. So we can use inheritance to inherit these properties as well as all the getters and setters to the employee class. This way we can avoid a lot of the duplicate of the code. So in order to do inheritance, in our subclass, right after the name of our class, which is employee, we say extends, so extends, and then followed by the name of the superclass, which is person. Now we got an error. That's because we need to define a constructor that is matching the superclass. So let's click on the bubble, and then let's select the create constructor. So there we go. That's our constructor. Now, as soon as we define the employee as the subclass of the person class, we can use all of the properties and methods from the person class. And let's demonstrate we can access those methods in our main class. Now, let's first define an object of employee. So we say employee and employee A equals new employee, and we need to give a first name and last name. So first name is John, and then last name is Doe. Now we can try to call methods from the person class on our employee object. So let's print out the employee's first name and last name. So we say system.out.println, and then employee's name is, and then we say 8 dot get first name, and then plus some space, and then plus 8 dot get last name. And then let's run this program, and we should be able to get the first name and last name printed out on the console. So there it is. As you can see, we successfully call methods from the person class, which is the superclass, on a employee object, which is the subclass of the person class. Now we can go back to the employee class and define some properties that's specifically for the employee class itself. For example, we have an ID field. So we can say private in int ID. So the rule of thumb for inheritance is to create a superclass for all the common properties and methods. And then we can create subclasses that belongs to the superclass and have its own specific properties at the same time. So that's the introduction for inheritance. And there are a lot more to it, but for now, we're just gonna stick to the basics. So thanks for watching and see you guys next time.